the answer.
From the Matrix Home Solutions studios, this is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560, The Answer.
Listen to AM 560 The Answer online at 560theanswer.com, on the AM 560 mobile app, on your Alexa-powered smart speaker, and on TuneIn, iHeart, and on Odyssey. America First with Sebastian Gorka, today at 3, right before Sean Thompson at 4 on AM 560. The Answer.
Top of the morning, Dan and Amy, and we're pleased to be joined again by our friend Laz Kulcsar. He is the president of Automated Systems, Inc. And Laz, thanks for joining us again. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Genuine pleasure to be here as always.
So we've talked to you before, but one of the services that Automated Systems provides I want to hear more about is helping businesses with FDA compliance. That seems to be quite topical these days.
Correct. FDA is a big brother, of course, and they do whatever they do. They create documentation requirements, which is unbelievable, and it's ever-growing. And companies have issues with it, small, large, nobody cares, but every company has issues with the FDA.
And do the regulations keep changing with the FDA?
Yes, ma'am. When I started in this business in 1980, we could validate, that's the key term, validate a system with a documentation of about yay big, maybe quarter, half an inch. And now this is barely enough for the executive summary. The full validation, set of full validation document is volumes upon volumes. Imagine about 6, 7, 8 foot long volumes of books, documents, paper documents.
And so,
literally.
So walk us through that. So I'm a business owner of a company that makes pharmaceuticals or medical devices, and I enlist you to help me bring my product to market to get through the FDA's red tape. What is the service specifically you're providing my business?
Our services is primarily on the manufacturing side. When you bring a product to the market, first you have to go through what they call clinical studies. That's a multi-year, very complex, difficult process, understandably. What we do is the manufacturing process is basically we help this product manufactured in a efficient, repeatable, and reliable manner. So for that, you need to make sure that when you heat up a vessel, it always heats up to like 120 degrees C. It maintains it plus minus 2 degrees. In order to maintain sterility, it will hold this temperature for X number of minutes. Then it cools down in a controlled manner. So this is just one simple example of a process what we validate, which means testing it left and right all over.
And you're also in the health and beauty
Yes, ma'am. But
category, or you help out people in the health and beauty category?
Yeah. What's the requirement for validation? If you have any claims, health claims, that like SPF, that it protects your face,
Right.
then you have to prove it. You have to validate it. Now, for lip gloss or eye covers or things like that, typically those guys don't make any medical claims. So there is no validation requirement. They can do whatever they want to.
Wow.
Scary, but that's what it is.
Another aspect of your business too, because it's so varied, I want to hit on as many as we can. The staffing piece of it, because in the manufacturing sector, there's such a difficulty in finding workers, and so this is another gap that you fill for your clients.
Yes, sir, that is correct. Basically, what we provide is qualified professionals, primarily in the engineering, QA organization, R&D organization. So we're not production line staffers, so to speak. That's more like for the Kelly girls and
Right.
that staffing companies. We are a higher level, more sophisticated service provider. So again, our staff is typically engineers, scientists, chemists, you name it.
Since the pandemic, have you had a hard time finding employees?
Yes, ma'am.
Just
Even
like everybody
before.
else?
Just like right now, I could hire at least 20, maybe 25 engineers,
Wow.
at least. And, there's one particular engineer, that's my background, to be, which I was a controls engineer,
Okay.
instrumentation and controls engineer. Those guys have always been hard to find. Right now, I could hire 5, 6, maybe 7 of those. It's impossible to find them.
How can they get a hold of you if they're listening right now?
1-844-HIRE-ASI.
Okay.
And before we let you go, we always like to hear the inspiration of the entrepreneur, what prompted him or her to start this business. So how did this business come about?
Fine thought. I was a principal engineer at a small company called Abbott Labs.
Oh,
Yeah.
that little place, that
I've
little
heard of it. Yeah.
shack over there. Yeah.
I was the first one. They created this new position, and I was the test case. I was the first one. So it was all good, but I figured that in order to go any further, you need to be good in politics. And I was very good technically, but politics I always hated, ignored. So I figured, little did I know, that politics is everywhere. But that's when I thought that in order to progress, I need to leave the corporate environment, and I could work 60, 80 hours on my own volition. So that's when I started as a sole one-man band.
As Laz Kulcsar, he's the founder of Automated Systems, Inc., automatedsys.com, where you get more information on his company. Laz, thanks for joining us, as always. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Hope to see you down in Florida.
Yes, for sure. You got it, Laz.
You've made the switch, and it feels so good. You've switched to Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
You want your basement to be dry most of the time? If so, Permaseal is not the company for you. At Permaseal, we believe your basement should be dry all the time, no matter how hard it rains. Hi, I'm Roy Spencer, president of Permaseal. I've heard many homeowners say that their basement only leaks when it rains. Well, you don't worry about your living room or bedroom getting wet, so you should feel the same way about your basement. Call 800-421-SEAL. We offer a free estimate, no haggle pricing, and a price assurance guarantee so you can rest assured you're getting the best value. If you want your basement dry all the time, you know who to call, Permaseal. We've helped over 400